My name is Emmanuel Onwubariri. I'm from Nigeria. I like doing farming. I've done farming for like 4 or 5 years since I had my injury. Before my injury, I was just heading to the university to study engineering. I had my injury 2008, April 24th, 2008. Sir. I was actually traveling. To another state. It looks as if the front tire of the driver got burst, and the driver wasn't really careful, and the car somersaulted. So 2 people died, but then I survived, and I was rushed to the nearest hospital. Then the hospital, they couldn't, because they don't have any equipment. They only have just few nurses, no doctor. So they just don't know what to do. So they had to maybe get a vehicle, go to the city, and get an ambulance to come and convey me to the next hospital. So on the way going with the ambulance caught fire, and it was a disaster. So we all nearly had died, and they have to swerve and get another car to get us to the hospital. I stayed in that hospital for like 5 days, and my parents came and said because it was too far. So they did a transfer and conveyed me down to Federal Medical Center in Imo State. That was where I was treated for 4 months before I was discharged. Back then, they don't have a neurosurgeon. All they had was orthopedic doctors, and they were the one managing my case. They couldn't really get in, and so even up to now, I have not done my surgery. My spine is just, I can still find bones here and there on my back. The hospital discharged me, and my parents, they ran out of cash, and we couldn't really afford rent in the city, so we have to go back to the village. There was nothing for us. There was nothing for me. I think I laid on the floor for like 4 or 5 years, So I suffered. I saw hell. Honestly, I felt bad. I cried. I thought it was death. In fact, I thought maybe it's better I die and go, because I know from my kind of community where I come from, if you got paralyzed, people will hate you. People will run from you. People will stigmatize, and people will hate their parents. None of my friends came around, and it was hell. So as day goes by, I was thinking, it's better I die. It's just better I take my life or stuff like that. But then somehow something just came into me and told me to just be strong and keep going. According to the doctors, my injury is at the T3-T6 compression of the spine. I can actually move my hands very much well. From almost my chest, from where the tummy is fused to the chest, down to my toes are paralyzed. At first, the biggest barrier I faced was changing my catheter, getting my supplies. Back then, the doctors made it like I don't have the right to change my catheter. I must come to the Federal Medical Center to change my catheter every 2 weeks. So most times when we don't have money to go, this catheter will stay in my body for too long, and infections will come in, I will get sick. Back then, I don't have a phone, but someone visited me and bought a phone for me. Then I went online with it, and I started reading stuff about catheter, So then I confronted the doctor. I said, "Doctor, it is very much possible that I can cut myself." Doctor said, "Yes, of course." I said, "Okay, doctor, just teach me, just make a list for me on how to do this." So the doctor did that. I went back home, and I tried it, and from there it's been like, I think this is 9 years I've been the one doing it, and nothing has happened. Then transportation issue, going out, going to the clinic to see the doctor whenever I feel like or whenever I'm not myself. People stigmatize, the drivers here won't come. They might be like, maybe the person is going to urinate or pee or poo in style or something like that. So they just stigmatize. They just don't know that we are living, So that's why I'm like proving people wrong. Today I'm driving, and they are surprised. So I started driving last year, November last year. For the fact that I'm driving, it means a lot. For the fact that I'm driving, it's life-changing to me, to my parents, to my siblings, to people around me. They are all happy. The good people around me, they are all happy to see me drive. And when I got a wheelchair, I said to myself, how am I going to reach out to folks that are this way, that are living this way? In my state, Imo State, I am the person representing SIAN. SIAN means Association of Persons with Spinal Cord Injury. I am their representative. So whenever we go for meeting, I don't know, I'm more like a leader among them. They come to me with their problems. Then personally, I could just maybe start looking for a personal contact, or maybe some rich guy or some rich person that could maybe give them a wheelchair, or maybe give them food or a mattress. And at some point, I said, no, I have to go public with this. I have to let the world know that, yes, there are a lot of folks that have spinal cord injury that are still laying on the floor. No one to provide the wheelchair for them. No one to help them with food. So I started giving help to them. People have been donating through Dubai Disability Foundation. We've been able to save a lot of them. We've been able to do a lot of travels. We've been able to get lots of wheelchair for them, mattress. Most of them are just laying on racks. Most of them are just laying on a cemented floor. So all this inspired me to keep getting help across for them. I drive to people's home to bring down their wheelchair to them, to bring down their mattress to them, food, medical consumables, and so on and so forth. Like I said, internet helped me a lot. Someone gave me a phone and I started browsing, I started reading, I started going on YouTube. I was watching videos. I started joining peer group in US mostly. Gradually I was seeing their activities, I was watching their lifestyle, and I knew that yes, I'm definitely gonna make it. I copied a lot of things. I don't even know how to do a transfer. One day I just said to myself, let me just copy, let me just do this. I can do this. So I just don't know how. I just had to drag my chair close to me, lock it up, and want to go and just in my chair. So the internet helped me a lot. I have a lot of friends with spinal cord injury here. No one taught them a thing about transfer. I still have friends that are still afraid of, making a move. I still have friends that are still on the bed. When we go on outreach programs, we don't just give them those items we came along with. I try teaching them. I try letting them know that, my friend, believe me, you can sit up from your bed and get to your wheelchair. I believe I've saved a lot of them. Most of them are very much happy, very much active, very much resourceful. They sit up at their own time, take their baths and do stuff. Having imparted more to life, having given hope to folks. What I do is here. I bet you there is barely even a governor in my state that have done what I'm doing to persons with spinal cord injury. My most surprising accomplishment, it's called surprising because I didn't even believe it. I didn't even know that I'm going to get here. I'm going to get to this stage. Like I was saying, bringing hope to lives, helping folks to understand that yes, they're going to be fit again. Yeah, I'm even done thinking about walking again. I'm done thinking about that because the more I think about walking again, the more I keep getting these negative feelings. But then I'm where I feel I've been able to let go, and I feel there is more and better opportunities for me ahead. Most of them I just don't know. I just don't know because it's hard down here. I cannot really determine my future. But I know, like I said earlier, God has a plan.